It might actually take years before we see something like that, something happen. That's the issue. Like, there's just a big politics war right now, and there is still positive news. That's why I'm making this stream. There's always positive news with XRP. Yes, I gotta cover the negatives, but there's always good stuff as well. It's not, all bad rain.
I like to be humble about stuff. And when that it's going to pass BNB or pass Tether or be worth more than Ethereum or be worth more than Bitcoin. When I
So yeah, nobody expected that XRP would pump as much. This is what makes it such a big currency, basically, like a big potential, because which like crypto can even expect to surpass BNB? I'm pretty sure it's bigger than BNB right now. Again, this is a they have so much money, BNB, and literally their coin is smaller than the XRP. They're bigger than the biggest crypto exchange, which has infinite money. What type of coin can rise 25%? That's what I'm telling you guys. The coins that can rise 25% are the ones that have big whales inside. You can't just get the retail investors are not even in crypto. And this telling me that, XRP going up 25%, even going down 25%, it's a much bigger community than people expect. It's not just 20 people talking about the potential of XRP anymore. It's literally getting bought in the millions, and it's probably getting bought by big corporations, but they don't make videos about that for some reason.
say all these things, it's not because I don't believe them. I do believe them. And while others they can have a reason, they can have an opinion, they can believe whatever they want to believe.
So I believe that XRP at what it is right now, it is 171 billion. So it's missing 200 billion to be from Ethereum. It's a far way from Bitcoin. But I think once Bitcoin rises, to 10 trillion market cap, all other cryptos will follow. So think of Bitcoin as like the baby dad. He's the big brother. And all these other small cryptos, like, well, XRP is really not small. But the thing is, we are such early stages of crypto right now that it's just getting started. Guys, if you're new to the stream, thank you so much for smashing that like button. We will be checking more news later on. There's been so much, especially we got to talk about that this was rejected. Everybody was waiting for this crypto bill, and this would actually pump the markets. Trump was really annoyed.
But to so strongly say that someone is wrong about something and it will never happen and that I'm stupid and will lose all my money investing into XRP at 50 cents, you have to, like right now, you have to feel some type of way that you are insanely wrong about what you've stated in the past.
Like most people don't invest at XRP when it was 2 cents. They were saying it's going to zero, and look at them now. People were literally calling it for a very long time that XRP is going to go up. XRP is going to go up. The lawsuit is going to be over. Guys, XRP used to be 2 cents. It was literally free money on the table. Just nobody knew that it was going to pump that much. Yeah, sure, to $1. But when there are people who are like, stop, it's already at $1, and it went past that.
But there's always those people that either just hate me for me, or just hate the fact that I'm predicting something or believing in something, that they will say with their full chest that I am the dumbest person in the world and that I deserve to lose everything because.
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be haters in crypto. That's the thing. But sometimes you can be right big. And those who got right big in these markets basically made millions. They're not like talking anymore because they're enjoying their time on the yacht. Literally, people say, you're wrong. XRP will never go to $1. You're wrong. XRP will never go to $2. You're wrong. XRP will never go to $3. And yet we see those barriers broken.
Because of the fact that I am wrong about XRP. Like so many bad things, right? It's not just that, right? They'll say a bunch of stuff.
I really kind of feel for Matthew Perry as well. Like him saying that, people hate on him because he's predicting crypto prices. He's speaking his own opinion. So let him.
And I take note of all these things. I actually see all of the comments and
Welcome also. Thank you for smashing that like button.
read all of the comments. So it's a little bit frustrating to see because they're like attacking someone's character or attacking, who I am in a way. just because I believe in something and I want to invest into something. You can have your strong opinion and say, I don't believe that. These are the reasons why. Why is it that difficult to make it that?
Just today, I got a comment making, I think I made a video on Hedera. And again, I said I didn't know that much about Hedera. I literally said it in the video. And this guy was like, you know, I was bullying. I was saying I think XRP was better because it's working with the governments. I didn't say Hedera was bad. I just think Hedera is more going to have like corporation partnerships, while XRP is going to have more like government partnerships. And then this guy literally got pissed off and he felt annoyed at me.
Simple. But to say that, you know, you're insanely wrong and you're
like, there is no scenario where just one coin pumps. I'm pretty sure all of these tokens can pump.
You're going to see all the worst things in the world because of the fact that you believed in this. Like, I don't like to rub it in people's faces, but you know what? That's what I'm going to do in this video. Say that, and that's why I've made videos in the past saying that I was right. It gets to me sometimes. So it's getting to me now. So I'm going to say to all of the people, and you can you can come through and say in the comment section that, you know, you're wrong about stuff, but I have all the comment history. I've seen what you've said.
There's people who didn't want to buy XRP at 10 cents because they thought it was too expensive. Let that sink in. Because when you're at the top of the charts, when the markets are failing, I had the same scenario. Oh, this can get lower than 2 cents. Until one day, when you have the potential to actually buy it back, it's already too late because it's at $3, right? You check up even 2 years, 1 year later, and it's too late.
So you're wrong about that. And this latest situation, I am right about more things that are happening for XRP. And I just wanted to call that out because I didn't call it out before. Because again, I try to be humble, but I'm not going to be in this video. Not at all. So I'm right. I'm right about XRP. I'm right about the market cap. I'm right about the price. I'm right about the ETF. I'm right.
So yeah, XRP ETF, that's what we're going to be talking about. The XRP ETF for XRP is something nobody expected. But once we had basically confirmed that even 2% of that, 2% of the ETF, I think 70% was Bitcoin, 2% was XRP, 15% was Ethereum, and 8% was Solana. Even at 2%, very tiny amount when anybody buys Bitcoin gets over sent to XRP, right? The most important factor is this is the first legal step to making XRP on the ETF spot list. And maybe potentially stock market for Ripple next year.
I've talked about XRP for a long time. Right? In the beginning, I could tell you I didn't fully believe in XRP. And I'll tell you all about that. I didn't believe in XRP, and it was because of the lack of research that I did. But you know what I did when anybody mentioned XRP? I didn't say it was the worst play in the world. I didn't say...
I think what really happened with XRP for people to not believe it, I didn't believe it either, to be fair, back in 2018, because I believed the SEC. I believed that was I feel very embarrassed to say that, but I believed that SEC was right. So the US government was right. And this, they probably because there was so many bad cryptos in 2018 when I was there, every single coin failed. And I thought, oh, this coin is going to fail as well. But people who actually did deep research, the big whales who bought 1 million, well, they're partying on the yachts right now. They are partying very hard. So I think it's more important that maybe they have their families taken care of. It's not even about money. It's just like securing your future with a very small investment. It's literally what every person wants. It's like a story from rags to riches. You invest like $1 and you get $10,000 or $20,000 back and you can start a new life. I mean, that's pretty awesome for a lot of people.
Say that they're stupid for investing in XRP. I said that for me and what I've looked at, it was a day tradable position for me with all the fluctuation and movement there. But then as I looked into it, as I did my research, it started to speak to me a little bit. I always see the light and the negative side in all investments.
Yeah, there's still bad stuff about XRP. And thank you guys for smashing that like button. Really appreciate the support. The issue with XRP right now, it doesn't have full government support yet. It has hints of full government support, so maybe people are hinting it's going to happen. But, you know, the reason why XRP is not at $10 yet is because it still has not happened. And a lot of whales and a lot of big institutions are speculating if it really will happen. In my opinion, it will. But that's the risk of going from $3 to $10. Do you believe that USA is going to work with XRP? Because if you check the documents, if you check the backtracks, it does show that way.
Investments that I make. And if I see more of the light, if I see more of that positive side of things rather than the negative, I will invest and I will believe in it. And that's what I did for XRP. And immediately from that moment, there were some haters that were like, you know, I can't believe you're on the XRP train. It's all going to go to zero. The SEC is going to label it as an unregistered security and you're not going to be able to trade it.
That's what people believed for a very, very long time. That's what people believed, unfortunately.
It's going to get kicked off all the platforms. And while that was a possibility to have, while you could have seen that, I saw that Ripple was willing to fight as hard as possible, do something that no other exchange company, cryptocurrency project, anybody was willing to do. And that's something that really, really spoke to me. So that's why I believed in it. But as I continue to make videos, I got comments from 50 cents, right? 50 cents.
I literally saw it like when it was 20 cents as well.
It's worth 50 cents right now, and it's going to be worthless later. And I talk about how it's going to get to $1.
I mean, to be fair, when it used to be 50 cents, the issue is coins like Terra Luna Classic put a bad light on it. So if you saw FTX crash in 2022, if you saw all these cryptocurrencies drop, of course you're going to think same for XRP, which just spent $500 million on a lawsuit. And, you know, all the other things they had, expenses, 900 employees, and basically no government support yet. You're kind of thinking, where are they getting all this money? And the price is crashing. The bear markets have destroyed XRP. So that's exactly it.
How we're going to see it break past Solana. And I was right about that. To say that it's going to get to $2, I was right about that. To say that it's going to get past $100 billion market cap and be worth...
I think it's very hard to predict also when cryptos will top. Like, did anyone predict XRP to be $3 so fast? I kind of did, but I really didn't expect that maybe in like 3-4 years. And that's what makes crypto so beautiful. You can make money now and you can make it fast. And that's why a lot of young generations are going into crypto. That's exactly what I like making content about this, is because right now, people rather take risk than staying on basically government support forever because of the high rental prices, high costs of food. You literally try to have to work 2 jobs to pay rent nowadays. You have to pay a minimum wage to pay rent. Is this a normal society we live in where people have to literally buy meme coins and potentially get rich to ensure their future and for their families? It gets even more expensive when you have a family, to be honest. But let's face it, there are XRP millionaires who are very broke. There are stories like that. I've read them. And this is what gives XRP holders the real chance that XRP is going to go to $15. They want to ride along the wave and maybe, you know, hoping that some of the big corporations help them as well, which is totally normal.
More than Solana, be worth more.
No anti-CBDC in the bill. I got to really check that bill out. We're going to check this after the video. So this is the most important part. XRP futures ETF approved, launch imminent. Like, huge grats to Matthew Perry for actually finding that out.
As the investor, but I have gains. I have proof of concept in what I've been able to gain in XRP, in Jasmy Coin, in things like GME, in the Pro Share.
Like, Matthew Perry has been having some bad picks and some really good picks. But to be fair, he mostly outperformed the good picks with the bad. Like, the Pro Shares Ultra XRP ETF, this is what I was talking about, how you can trade your XRP. UXRP is now officially set to join New York Stock Exchange ARCA's roster of future-based crypto offerings. This is what I'm telling you guys that no content creators are telling on this channel, so smash that like button. While we're seeing no government approval yet, XRP is still having an ETF coming out. So price movements without needing to hold. Instead, the fund uses a mix of future contracts and swaps to replicate XRP's price behavior. So from what I understand, this is not 100% tracking XRP price, but it's pretty close to it, you know. Investors have access to double daily exposure to XRP's price movements without needing to hold the asset itself. So basically what you buy is people selling the coin, like a promise that people are selling a coin that will go up or down. It's not as ETF is buying a coin of itself, but it's actually buying a prediction of if the prices go up or down, and you buy a share of that prediction. That's the easiest way to explain it. But again, whoever thinks about that, you know, this is pretty good news for anyone trying to not trade on the stock market instead of the crypto exchanges.
The ProShares Ultra XRP ETF trading under the ticker UXRP is now officially set to join the NASDAQ roster of futures-based crypto offerings. Investors will have access to XRP.
Again, how many people hate crypto exchanges? I think a lot of older generation hates crypto exchanges. So what they're going to do is they're going to buy this XRP and just, you know, probably profit off it or trade on it, or there's going to be traders. Again, there's no bad thing as listing the XRP bills. So you got to realize that this is pretty good news for anyone following XRP right now.
Debut date. What I want to say is that the fact that I mentioned in the past that XRP is going to get an ETF. There were some people in the comments.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think it was just a matter of time. I think also these ETF listers, you know, they profit a lot of just listing their ETF on their own exchanges or own platforms.
And we know that there's going to be plenty of them. And we also know there's going to be all-encompassing ETFs that include all of them. But when I stated that XRP ETF is coming, they said,
let's not forget about the new crypto bill that's also coming. There's plenty of stuff coming. And I think the ETF is just the first thing of many.